let's go ahead and jump into a class so you can see all the different features. This is how the class will load. When the host is ready, he will click Start Class, and this will start the class, start the timer, and load the video and audio of the class. All they have to do is click the video and the audio here to turn them on. They can also share their screen if they want. They could also add a virtual background if they want. This is for all users in the class. Now, when the class loads, by default you'll have the text to the left and the video to the right. You can also switch to standard view by clicking this icon over here, and it will load the video on the top and the text below. You can also click this picture-in-picture expansion button over here. What this will do is it will pop out the video, so you can drag it to any part of the screen for convenience, and this way you have the chat, you have the text, and you have the video over here. Click that again to pop it back in place. There are some additional controls here when there are multiple participants and students that you can focus on either the speaker view, the gallery view, similar to how it is on Zoom if you're familiar. Now let's go ahead and switch back to the study focus view, the material focus view. So now we have the text to the left, the video to the right. As you can see, this is the Safari text. So you have the Hebrew up top and the English translation below. If you want them side by side, just click this side by side button and you can see now the Hebrew is to the right and the English is to the left. This might be a lot easier to follow along in the English and Hebrew words, especially for chapters, Svarim, that have a lot of text between translations. Now, as a host, when you're learning, when you click on a new sentence, phrase, verse, or chapter, you'll see that it highlights that text. This appears across the board to all users. This is to allow everyone to follow along with the learning easily and know exactly where you're holding in case they lose their spot. For hosts and participants, you can always take notes. So, if you highlight any of the text, you can see this pops up. This allows you to add a note. Life of Sarah, which we'll call it Sarai. Create note. Now, all your notes appear here in the chat. And if you'd like, you can also reference the note by clicking on it. And this will scroll up and highlight the text that you added the note to, so you can easily reference it in the future. You can also chat with other students here. This is where all the chats will appear. If you want, you can filter the messages by either messages or notes here in the chat. You can see the list of participants in the class by clicking on users, and you can go back to the video when you're ready. Now, this class is running now. You can see a timer here. Timers show all of the instances that the class was running. So I'm going to go ahead and just end the class. This will end the timer, and you can see exactly when the class ended and when the next session is. Now, these controls also allow you to do a couple of neat things. You can enter full screen. This will basically expand the class so there's no distractions or any of the above menu, so you're fully immersed in the class in a full screen view. You can also click the hide chat, and this is specific for when you're in the standard view. If you hide the chat, you can see now you have just the video and the study material. If you click on hide study material, now you have just the video and the chat and user panel. And as well, if you want to hide video, you can hide the video. Just clicking it again shows it back. From the class, you can also click invite to invite any one of your chavrusas and send the invite. This will send them a beautifully formatted email inviting them to join the class. In here as well, if you want to open Safaria source in Safaria itself, you just click this and it will open it in a new window for the text on Safaria's website. This is for Safaria sourced classes. Now, what about Gemara classes? So for that, we're going to go ahead and let's go to the browse classes again. We have we have to go into a separate account, and we'll show you real quick. If I go to the daily daf here, hosted by the Zugot team, if I enter the class, you can see, similar to the previous class, the only difference is here you have the actual Vilna Shas daf. This is a daily daf class, which automatically updates to today's daf yomi. Today is Zvachim 60, which you have here, Zvachim Samach. To switch between the daf, you just click on this button here, which will show you the other amud of the daf. And similar to taking notes in the Safaria source, these notes here, when you highlight an area on the daf, it will also pop up a note input field, and you can just put in the note, and then it appears on the daf. You just highlight it to see, you can edit it, you can delete it, and you can also see it here in the chat. This will allow you to add notes to all your Gemara classes, and it'll always be available for you. So that's the difference between the Safaria sources and the Gemara images, like the Vilna Shas. And that's it for the classes. Here you can see the